This is another outtake bit,
Zach,
everybody.
hello. I've started recording and we are picking up the argument that we have been having for the last 15 minutes. We're picking it up at the beginning of an actual video. If you want to hear the rest, you can hear it on our Patreon, which is in the description. There's going to be a bunch of outtakes, including an
What
argument about the Halo franchise, Zach. What's the matter with
is?
you?
I'm just saying the stuff with the stuff in Halo 2 with the Arbiter. Though it was really distinct, and the writing was on another level, and I don't think it reached that level again.
This human being is dunking on ODST, Halo 3, Reach, and 20 to 30% of Halo 4. How dare you? I have not played the two most recent Halo games. In the comments below, explain to Zach why they're better than Undertale. Zach, welcome to the recording.
Welcome to the recording, everybody. In the comments, convince Tom he needs to play through Undertale again.
I
Uh,
play. What are you talking about? I played so much Undertale. I play.
you played.
I
You
played.
play for everybody who's about to hear Tom say he played so much Undertale. He got the neutral ending once.
I played 9 hours of we just checked it. I played not. You know what? I'm gonna pull it up again. There it is. Look at that. I played 9 hours of Undertale. All right. I played the
You are
amount of
you aren't
Undertale.
doxing yourself, but you did just show 4 people's Steam avatars, including mine.
Huh? No, it's not on the screen. Look.
4 friends who have played previously.
Yeah, that's over
Oh,
here. Look
oh,
at
it's cut
the.
out.
It's
Oh
cut. I
shit!
was
I didn't
paying
even notice.
attention. I was paying attention. You know when else I was paying
Never mind.
attention?
Never mind.
When I was playing Undertale and it wasn't paying attention to me. Boop. I wonder if they can like freeze frame this pop out and see my Steam name. I don't know. We'll find out.
It's
I
not
just
like it's not like they can't go find the Guess Who episodes nobody's ever seen and see it there.
which are
Although I
really good,
think,
by the way.
yeah,
I'm just like if I
I'm
engage
now
with
gonna
your
go back and blur everybody's Steam name in those episodes just to mess with the people who wouldn't look.
if I go back and I look, okay, if I play, if I engage with your piece of media for an amount of time markedly greater than the original Star Wars trilogy, and you haven't managed to hook me, this is not my fault. This is your fault.
I think
If
that's
you get 9 hours into a book, you're allowed to stop reading if it sucks.
this is the catch 22. Uh, nobody can say Catch 22 is a bad book because they never get to the end of it.
Right? No one's ever read Catch 22.
in,
Every English teacher is faking just as much as you are.
in order to have an opinion on Catch 22, you have to finish it, but you won't be able to finish it because it's Catch 22.
You in order to finish Catch 22, you need to catch 22. Unfortunately, you only brought 20 worms, so you can't get the last two fish. I think that's what the book's about. Zach, welcome to the show.
Hello, everyone. I'm very glad to be here.
Me too. Zach, we gotta make this a short one because we just spent 45 minutes doing Patreon outtakes, and we gotta get right to this one, okay?
Yes, we do.
So, if we're successful, you can find out if we're successful in this or not by checking the timestamp on the video. You can look down and you can see exactly how much time this video takes. Oh my god. Zach, this is gonna be a 30-minute video. Uh,
30 minutes. We
yeah.
can make it. We can make it work.
I have a theory today for you, Zach.
I'm excited. Tell me about this theory.
I have an extremely good theory. that I'm kind of keeping in the back pocket. That's not this one. This
This is
one's a little
this is not
silly.
this theory.
This one's a little
I
silly.
am here for a silly one.
Yeah, it's a little silly. We're not taking this one too seriously. This is not necessarily me saying that it can't be the case. Uh, you know, it's a little silly. It's a little silly theory. It's a little theory.
I'm here for the goofy theory.
Yeah. Uh, uh, your opening clue is mayhaps the realm may one day need that.
We're still on the dunk train
We
here.
are. We're still on the dunk train. The next one, the real good one, that's not a dunk train. That's a different one.
So I have a thought immediately, Tom.
Okay. Yeah.
The person who said that just used the word mayhaps is the theory that they're afraid.
No, but that's really fun. I love that. I love all the discourse surrounding the word mayhaps. Because it like I in one of my favorite ever. Oh, you played it in my favorite ever Dread campaign. Um, the final puzzle. It's like a potion puzzle. Um, and there's a poem, right? It's the it's the Harry Potter bit, right? There's 7 potions in a row and a poem, and you need to solve the riddle to figure out which of the potions is drinkable. Uh, but the last line of the poem is one of these lines has been a lie. Uh, and that just really messes with the player.
Yes.
It's really good. And that's how I feel about the word mayhaps. Like George has said, has implied that the word mayhaps indicates lying. Unfortunately, the word mayhaps is everywhere.
Yep. It's all over the place.
Yeah, yeah. Zach, did you like that campaign?
Yeah.
I like that one a lot. That was Chicago. Uh, it was one of my favorite,
That's-
literally one of my favorite nights I have ever had was that campaign. It was great.
that was a good one. I had a
Mm-mm,
lot of fun.
mm-mm. Gotta run more Dread. This is silly. This is a silly video. If we go off the rails, just don't worry about it. All right, Zach.
We were not to begin with.
Yeah. All right, Zach. Go ahead. It's all yours.
Uh, so the realm may be in need of that, but so obviously the instance that we think of when we think of that is Summerhall, where Dunk dies, which we talked about recently.
Ding.
Sorry, spoilers for stuff we already knew from reading the books. Duncan the Tall dies at Summerhall, which is also a famous rap lyric if you say it with the right tone and cadence, or at least pass for one. Uh,
You think we can?
Duncan the Tall
Oh,
dies at Summerhall.
I just thought of a good
Uh,
I just thought of a good pun episode pun.
oh boy,
Yeah.
it's put in the list right now.
Yeah. Yep.
Uh,
Just put it in. There it is.
I like how you just have the pun episode list on standby for when it needs to be updated.
Oh, don't you worry. I have that ready to go
What if we?
consistently.
What if we? What if we did a live fun episode with like a gathering of people so you can hurt so many people at once,
We did, Zach. We
right? Like
did
if you ever
that.
do it, if you ever do a convention, no, like we do a convention, we do a live fun episode so you can actually get chased out with like torches and pitchforks.
Zach, you want me to live draw in front of a crowd? That sounds amazing. Oh, good God. Yes, 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 yes. We can do that. Anyway, Zach, talk to me about Duncan the Tall.
Duncan the Tall, uh, he is uh tall. He is a hedge knight. Uh, I can run through his whole history. Grew up in Flea Bottom of King's Landing. Unknown father barely knew his mother, leads to many questions about his parentage. He becomes a squire for Arlen Pennytree, who is a wandering hedge knight. Arlen dies, apparently knighting him as he's dying. Ooh, good yawn, goodness. And then apparently there's no witnesses to this except for some birds. He then goes to the tourney. This is, I believe, at Ashford Meadow, where he intends to joust to win a prize to, give himself the means to continue being a hedge knight for a while. He instead gets into a fight with Aerion Bright Flame, Aerion Targaryen, who is crazy and is like hurting puppeteer friend he made, Tana Tutal. Uh, and that leads to a trial by seven because it is fully understood that Arian will lose a trial by combat, and his odds probably aren't amazing by a regular trial either, because essentially, they really can't blame Duncan for following through the knightly vows he swore to. As we get in the climactic scene, who am I to them? A knight who remembered his vows.
Ding.
Uh, that one's getting a lot of use.
It is. That one's getting some. That one's getting some mileage. No, don't yawn yet. Don't yawn.
Oh no, I'm not. I'm not yawning because of this theory. I swear, I'm yawning because it is currently 11:17 p.m.
What are a knight's vows?
Ooh, so we get a couple of those in the first novella. We get uh to protect all women for the mother. Uh Hold on. I think I can get the exact passage pulled up here. In the name of the warrior, I charge you to be brave. In the name of the father, I charge you to be just. In the name of the mother, I charge you to defend the young and innocent. In the name of the maid, I charge you to protect all women. We know that at least,
Ding.
directly from the novella.
Uh, Give it to me again. My phone died.
Yep.
We're
Uh,
doing some of this from memory, team.
uh, to be brave, to be just, to defend the young and innocent, to protect all women. At the very least, we know all of those are in knightly vows.
Protecting the innocent. Protecting all women. Zach, we're actually gonna get a little literary analysis in this theory. Protecting the.
Ooh, my favorite kind of theories.
Yeah, this is like
Literary analysis in the framework of a theory.
it's a little silly, but like it's not there we can there's some stuff to talk about here for sure. Um, let's run through these. And I think that you are gonna love what we're about to do. Okay. Um, Zach, you ready? Define each of these vows. Brave.
Brave. I mean, we get some discussion of this in the books. Uh, it is showing conviction in the face of fear and difficulty. Uh, it is not to never be afraid. It is to be able to overcome it.
Ding. What's the quote? Do it.
I don't have it memorized. Hold on.
It's okay.
You
No,
do.
you don't need to. Just you know the quote. Can a man be brave when he's afraid?
That's I think the response is that's the only time he can be brave.
Only time a man can be brave. something like that. I'm kind of like fight me.
Hold on. I can do search of ice and fire to get it correct.
Every time a man can be brave. That's one of my favorite lines in the entire series. Is that show only? I don't think so.
Oh no, that's brand one of Game of Thrones.
Nice.
Uh, can a man still be brave if he's afraid? That's the only time a man can be brave. His father told him.
And well,
Oh
we got that pretty close.
yeah, honestly, that's pretty good. It comes back repeatedly in brand chapters.
All right. How about
Oh wow, all the way up to Bran 3 A Dance of Dragons. He's being brave, said Bran. The only time a man can be brave is when he's afraid. His father once told him long ago, on the day they found the dire wolf pups in the summer snows. He still remembered. Man, I never thought of those as like words that define Bran's journey. But
it's
when you
actually true?
search it, you see that that's like it shows up a lot in Game of Thrones, and then it comes back in A Dance with Dragons. Interesting.
Uh, Zach, how about gust?
Um, that's a tougher one. How is one just? I mean, I suppose there's a level of fairness, right? You treat others with a reliable, like, cordial, set of behavior. That you do no wrong to other people. I think the closest thing we have to like I mean, obviously there's justice in like the court system that they have there, but and also you get if we want to continue this theme we just hit from. There's like Ned Stark's belief that if he is going to order somebody to die, he must be the one to swing the sword as a form of justice. If he can't
Yeah.
personally abide that person's death,
Ring a ding ding. Let's go. We're on a roll today. Yeah, yeah. The man who passes the sentence could swing a sword. Yeah, 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 yeah.
you got that quote exactly perfect as well.
Let's go. It's almost like I know what I'm doing. This is a real thing, by the way. It's not a real theory, but it kind of is.
So we're drawing some parallels here between Dunk and Ned of all people.
Boop 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 boop. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.
Boom. Doot doot doot.
Those parallels might stop here in a second. How about this one? Talk to me about this one. This is less. There's less definition, but more. I just want you thinking about it.
protecting the young and innocent.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Ned does try and do this. Like when Ned is getting executed and like agrees to or doesn't think he's going to get executed, he's going to the wall. He is functionally at that point said like, "Hey, let me and my daughters go back. I will go to the wall. They will come back. We'll try and keep the young people from getting hurt here." And it's also he could not like he went out of his way to tell Cersei, "Hey, I'm probably going to do this like coup thing. I don't want your kids getting hurt. I know
No.
Stannis will probably have them killed, so you should run away." In fact, he is done in by his desire to make sure that the kids don't get murked in A Game of Thrones. He really should have not done that because then his coup would have actually been successful. But alas, he does not make that decision.
These
Is
are
that is that a good tree to bark up for the protecting the young and innocent?
no. These are very interesting parallels that I hadn't considered fully. Uh, but no, that's not. That's like direct Ned parallels are not what I'm looking for. What
Are these
what would you
lessons that
say?
Bran may have learned, or
What would you say if I did this second half and then did this? Yoop. Bunk,
well, yeah, because
bunk.
Duncan also dies protecting the young and innocent and women as well, because he rescues uh it is I believe, yeah, Rhaegar's mom, forgetting her name.
Ding.
He 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 dies saving her. Rhaella, that's right.
Dunk seems to have died saving Rhaella Targaryen. And uh, uh, as a famous artist once said, the exact text is hidden by ancient Egyptian spoiler tags. But that seems to have been how it went down.
Yeah, uh it does lead to interesting questions as to like how did she come out largely unscathed and then he died when he sort of pulled her out? Did he run back in to save somebody else? There's a lot of question marks there that we don't have the answers to. But it has been implied heavily that she is alive, but for the fact that uh, um, Dunk was there to save her.
I think. You ready for this?
Not dissimilar, by the way, how Ned is constantly talking about how, but for Howland Reed, he would have died at Summer, or not at Summerhall, but at the Tower of Joy.
Also, uh, uh, some mysterious circumstances surrounding a pregnant person.
Yeah, yeah,
This is
the Tower
very
of Joy
interesting.
is also another place where Targaryens go to for vacationing purposes, and they're not, all things considered, too terribly far from each other.
We might be crafting a different theory here. This is, huh?
There are more Ned Dunk parallels than I thought. Although, from a literary standpoint, that makes sense. Dunk is there. I've talked about deconstruction, reconstruction, and A Song of Ice and Fire being a deconstruction, and the Dunk Novels being a reconstruction. Ned and Dunk play similar roles, in that Ned is there to show you a good lord, a good knight will die in this world if he gets too involved in the like politics and the running of things and trying to make society better. Reform is not possible when there are people who are relying on the system staying as it is and are willing to murder you to keep it that way. You just can't reform from inside in that sort of system. Uh, Dunk is there to show you you can still be a good knight and a good person. You just have to carve your own path and do things that way. And eventually, with a lot of luck and some political maneuvering that you may or may not have done, you might be in a position to do something about it that you didn't intend to be in. Both are very interesting, and Dunk and Ned kind of have to both be honorable, good men who care about others for that to work. Either of those messages.
Huh? I kind of
Never thought
love.
of them in that light before.
Yeah, these are some fantastic takes. I think. I have never considered them similar, but yeah, I guess they are. Hmm. They both lie for good reasons? Question mark.
Yeah,
They both protect the identity of a Targaryen prince. Zach, this is a fun. These are good takes. These are not my takes that
yeah.
we're doing today, though.
That is not what we're here for. We're here for something different.
That's a and now for something completely different. Uh, card games. Um, this is the talk to me about egg.
Talking about what?
About egg.
He is a young boy who doesn't know he will be king.
That's true.
Actually, not dissimilar to Bran. Uh, he is a uh, fourth born of a fourth born. He is adventurous and kind of rebellious, but he becomes Dunk's squire because he meets Dunk, wants to go on an adventure with him to Ashford Meadow. Eventually, his father, after a pause, agrees to allow Egg to be the squire for Dunk, and then Dunk uh, goes to hang out with a veteran with PTSD for a very long time, and then eventually decides to have a guy planning a coup flirt with him, and then he does other things, but George hasn't written them yet. Uh,
Well,
that's
yes.
the overview version. He also later becomes king in a very unlikely set of circumstances, giving him the nickname Aegon the Unlikely,
Uh,
Aegon Five.
under what circumstances does he become king?
There is, as we've talked about a couple times, a grand council to determine the next king, and they walk out determining that he will be the person who inherits.
Dang. Egg becomes king at the Great Council of 233. Um, an event. How do I phrase this? An event uh, surrounded by much mystery, much doubt, much. How do I
Uh,
phrase
uh,
like
as
there may have been shenanigans?
an event we don't know the details of.
The details of
And
and
we
and
would really
also
like to
shenanigans. An event Tom is skeptical of.
repeatedly. I I think it was a turnout. That, I mean, we talked about this in the election video. I think it was turnout. I think that Bloodraven told everybody an election was happening, who he needed to be there to get his votes, and he very kindly did not tell anybody else. It's the you ask who they're supporting first, and then you only do the remember to vote on the date. Ask to the people who say yes, I'm supporting your candidate, with the caveat being that Bloodraven was the one setting the date of the vote, so he could just not tell anybody it was happening.
it it'll be difficult to like get you to this point, but I want for the sake of this theory, make this connection. We've talked about this. I know that you don't fully buy it, but just like
Mhm.
bear with me while we're talking about, it, okay?
Of course, yes.
Right, like many fans speculate uh, that Egg may have. Many fans speculate there were shenanigans surrounding the Great Council. Many of those fans speculate that Egg was in on it or helped orchestrate it.
Yes. We have a theory about this, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Aegon's cool. Uh,
How what happens if I do this? Whoop, whoop.
well, that would contradict it, right? Being just is not interfering in elections, usually.
Absolutely correct. Absolutely and entirely correct. Uh, and how do I include this?
Being brave and just.
Yeah, with respect to this event,
Yep.
what does how do what does Dunk how does Dunk
Cheating
respond to this?
cheating would be cowardly. If you don't have the votes to win, you got to go out there knowing that you don't, and like deal with the consequences. They talk about they actually we get this in uh the Lord Commander election, right? Where uh one of the candidates says, "I know I'm not going to win."
Yeah. Hmm.
I'm here losing, and I know I'm going to, in hopes that my loss will help us find somebody better. And you
So
know what? That is like a really like from a like real world political perspective. Sometimes you have to run so that 2 years from now, a better candidate can copy your blueprint, or 4 years from now, you show that something's possible, so that somebody who might be a little bit more equipped to follow through has been given a roadmap for what to do with more resources and more time. That is a true statement, and Dunk is not a particularly like smart man in that regards. But I feel like if any character was going to have like the wisdom and humility to understand that, it would actually be Dunk.
yeah,
Dunk would understand the idea of putting a dent in somebody's armor politically in hopes that you could use it against them later at a
let's
better time.
right now, right now, let's role play this conversation. Dunk
Yeah.
has been kept in the dark. Uh, I think the scene might mirror the scene at the end of the Mystery Night, where he is there with Bloodraven and Egg, and they are like discussing the whole like everything that went down, the attempted coup, in the case of the Mystery Night, and then the successful coup. How does Dunk respond to the successful coup? Right, he pushes his way into the tent where the Egg is standing just before his coronation with Bloodraven. What does Dunk say?
He he probably puts two and two together, right?
Yeah, he
He
walks
probably
in
gets
and
mad.
says what?
I think that was unfair. I think that was unjust.
You cheated.
Yeah.
Egg, you cheated? And Egg says, well, I made sure the right person won. What is that? What does Dunk say?
The right person's the person who gets the most votes.
Yeah, who the fuck are you to decide who the right person is? And then Egg's face becomes stony. And you see a little Targaryen behind his eyes. What's the next clue?
Uh, it's popularly speculated that Dunk or not Dunk that Aegon the Fifth lost his mind or became a darker person sometime before Summerhall.
Many Targaryens
Go
become
mad.
unstable later in life. Absolutely. Yep. And like I could have, I don't, I didn't, but I could have phrased
Now
it exactly the way you did.
we're now back to the bad egg theory.
Absolutely.
We're stringing
Uh,
them all together.
absolutely. Absolutely. So, first off, that scene that we're describing, we didn't spend enough time on it. But like that scene is gonna fucking rock. That scene, if we get it, is gonna be awesome. Dunk and Egg like arguing political philosophy, like in front of Bloodraven, right before Egg's coronation or right before the vote is counted. Like, Egg, you can't do this. You cheated. Uh, uh, but I am the person who should win. He said the person who should win is the person that the people choose. The small folk, the people we traveled among, the people that we cared about. Hate and Watt and Lady Weber and the Lannisters, all of our friends. They are the ones. The Laughing Storm is out there trying to kick my ass because he figured out half this shit.
Yeah,
Why would you do this? And then Egg like puts on the crown and fucking walks away because he's king now.
yeah. He got what he wanted.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Uh, it almost makes me wonder if Dunk is gonna be like a Hamilton, if he's gonna like if he's gonna swing vote this shit, right? If he's gonna like whip votes, and then afterward learn that Egg cheated. I'm just very excited about that book. All right, whenever that book
Yeah,
comes, that's gonna be my favorite book. So, do you want to we can keep talking about that perspective scene if you want to. I can talk about that all night. But if you'd like to, we can move on to the end of this theory.
let's move on. Yeah,
All right. All right, Zach. Get us to the end. And I'm going to do one more. I think we have two more pieces. I'm sorry, my phone's dead. Uh what is this then? What is this then? Boop 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 boop. How does
man, he
this fit
pisses.
in?
I mean, is this like a Dunk is the one who has to kill Egg sort of thing, right?
Boop boop boop.
Maybe he literally needs to kick his ass at some point, or does he like this is Sparta him into a pit or something?
Zach, yeah, I'm just so happy to say you're perfectly on the right track. Keep going.
Beautiful. The foot is there to outrun or stop Egg from doing something. He needs to physically run up and like knock something out of his hand or knock him over or maybe even just kill him on the spot.
No, keep going. What
Oh boy.
else? What else can feet be used for? What can feet be used for? Not for
Stomping on
running,
somebody,
not for stomping,
dancing,
not for
uh,
dancing,
uh, kicking a field goal.
for kicking. Yes, feet can be used
Yes,
for kicking.
they can be
Zach,
used for kicking.
it is at this point that I get to reveal how silly this theory is, because
Is
there
this
is
the
exactly one external clue, and it's from real life.
is Rhaegar born and to get him away from the fire? Dunk has to kick a field goal.
Yeah, he fully like drop kicks him. He punts him out of Summerhall, gets him right up the chimney.
The refs call it good right before he goes out.
No, uh, this is the last thing I had. This one's a leap. Um, wait, no, maybe it's not. Right, I have one more. Uh, hang on. I can just yeah, I can just say this. Zach, how is Summerhall destroyed?
By fire.
Summerhall is destroyed in a giant conflagration. Yay! Zach, what's the real life clue?
What? It's not the Great Chicago Fire. Does he kick over a
Yeah!
lantern?
Yeah! 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 The Great Chicago Fire was started when a cow kicked over a lamp. Yeah. 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 I told you it was silly.
I I really don't know what to say.
Chicago fire, Zach. That's the last clue. Started when a cow kicked over a lamp. Yeah, yeah.
I,
I saw this meme, and
I
I'm sorry, my phone's dead. I don't know who it was. If it was you, please comment below. I saw this meme I saw this as a meme in the comments to one of our videos, and it made me laugh really hard, so I wrote a whole theory on it.
I
What, Zach?
I don't know.
What?
I legit I am out of words to respond to this.
I like this one. Oh my god, I'm gonna control Z this because it looks better like that. Oh my god. Yeah. So Zach, how do? How do? How do? This video is totally serious until right up to the end.
There was great literary and we had so many things going on, and then and then we didn't, and then it was not that.
It's like I gave you like a puzzle room, and then inside the puzzle room is a lockbox, and inside the
I,
lockbox is a fortune cookie,
yeah, I
and
mean,
on the fortune cookie is just a picture of a
technically
middle finger.
that could have happened.
Yeah, yeah. He like kicks over a pot of
I don't
wildfire.
know. I think oh, there we go.
Hello,
Uh,
Zach. How are you?
I cut back in.
How you doing?
There's 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 no evidence this didn't happen, Top. That's the nicest thing I can say about this theory.
Well, Zach, we keep talking about this foot he's gonna need. Feet are mostly used for kicking things.
I prefer the Rhaegar Targaryen field goal version. Why not both, right? That's the theory is
Yeah,
both.
yeah.
You need to kick over the lantern, and then you need to kick the little baby Rhaegar to safety.
Can I get some fan art of that, please? Right, and you're right. You're right, Zach. It's weird. It's weird, isn't it? It's weird that Rayella survived apparently unharmed, but Dunk died.
Yes, that is weird.
He went back in, right? And in this theory, I
It
speculate, and this
is
is
the
like the
foot. It is very specific in need of. Although I suppose there's better answers for that.
in this theory, and this is like part of like there's kind of a real theory hidden in this. Um, I um, I'm like asserting that Dunk got Rayella out early, right? Um, that he like, is there a comparison that we can make? Um, uh, uh, Rayella was already gone when the fire at Summerhall started. Um,
Yeah,
she had already been gotten away. Actually, now I think on it, how far away is the Tower of Joy? Do you have that answer perhaps?
I don't have the answer. I can look it up.
Yeah, yeah. But we'll come back to that in a second. Um, Rail is already gone. Dunk comes back and like understands that he has to kill Egg. Uh, so he starts the chain reaction that kills Egg. Uh, uh, I also think that it's fair. Yeah, I think it's fairly reasonable that Dunk never left Summerhall with Rayella. He left Summerhall with Rayella earlier and
And then
got
ran back in and
yeah.
died.
He
Yes,
then went back right.
it'd
He
be
went
it'd be
back with
very odd
Frost.
for him to successfully make it out with her in healthy enough state to give birth to a child that would go on to live, and that he collapses and dies.
And
Yeah, I agree with that too.
that's like the perfect ready-made cover story for Rayella. He said, Dunk gets her out, like the morning of the disaster, right? He like sets her in the Tower of Joy and says, "All right, bro, if anybody asks, I carried your ass out, okay? That's what happened. You didn't know this was going to happen ahead of time. If anyone asks, I carried your ass out."
Yeah.
And so the one fragment we have is like she would have been lost if not for the bravery of the Lord Commander, something like that. Um, and that is like revisionist history, right? That's Rayella's tale that she like rehearsed. Uh,
I can believe that.
yeah. And then Dunk went back. Dunk returned to his post and stood behind Egg, right? Stood behind Egg like Barristan, right? Barristan stayed with Joffrey like fully until he was dismissed. Right? It sort of reminds me of Tywin and Aerys, right? In spite of everything that happened, in spite of their differences, Dunk and Egg stay together, and like
Yes.
he gets Rhaella out and returns to what Egg is going to be doing, and then right at the end, right before Egg does whatever terrible thing he's about to do, Dunk sabotages it by kicking just the right lamp over.
I
Yeah,
can kind of buy it,
yeah,
but only kind of.
yeah. I mean, like we can play around with the details. I just wanted to do the Great Chicago Fire bit. Uh, but I think that Dunk leaves, takes Rayella out, and returns to Summerhall. I think that's very strong. Yeah, yeah, yeah. What do you think?
Yeah, I
Okay.
think that there's a real theory with a meme tacked on at the end.
Yeah, yeah. What do we know how far away the Tower of Joy is from Summerhall?
So Summerhall is it's like west of Storm's End, and then like just a hair south, like barely at all.
Hmm.
It's right through the Boneway in the Red Mountains of Dorne, which are right there, I believe. So it should be like not that far of a trip at all.
Interesting. Hmm.
Probably a day's ride.
Right, Rayella, you know, they find her at the Tower of right. People find her at the Tower of Joy 3 days later, and she says, "The Lord Commander carried me out, and he put me on a horse, and he just told me to run, so I ran. This was the only place I could think of." Right? I mean, that kind of tracks for me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that tracks.
cool. All right, Rhaegar born at the Tower of Joy. Yeah, cool. There's a good theory in this pile of nonsense. Actually, it's not a pile of nonsense. It's a pile of sense with like what this is a really good cake um with like one of those like edible frosting prints on it of like a troll face.
It's a troll cake.
Yes.
Yes.
Like it's a good cake. The cake is good.
No, the structure was named by Rhaegar Targaryen, the Tower of Joy. So it's not like a name it had previously. He
um
named it, and the it's on the northern end of the Red Mountains. Uh, oh yeah, that no, it's Summerhall. Considering where the Red Mountains run through, is real close actually to where it probably is.
wait. Okay, all right, wait.
We don't have an exact location, unfortunately.
So Rhaegar named it the Tower of Joy.
Yeah.
Interesting. Very interesting. Huh. I'm seeing other people speculate on related things. Zach, I think this is a very defensible theory. You want to make this a whole theory? Let's assemble evidence and make this a whole theory. Rhaegar was
And
born. Rhaegar was born at a
Rhaegar
Tower of Joy.
believes himself to be the prince that was promised too. So uh maybe like there's some like if he was born right nearby, maybe having John be born there is uh like him trying to recreate the circumstances under which he was
Yeah,
born
yeah,
to some
yeah,
extent, right?
absolutely.
This is close to where I was born, or if we believe that she got a little bit farther away, this is where I was born.
Because he would know, right? He would know that in right. Ray, it is
Well,
reasonable that
his
Rayella.
mom raised him and was in. It was before his dad went truly entirely insane. Uh, he would have had like a decent enough home life to know that stuff from his parents.
Yeah. Who destroyed the notes about Summerhall?
George R. R. Martin mostly.
Okay, but in
Uh,
universe.
in universe, that's a very good question. It'd have to be somebody who's an agenda.
Um, Notes about Summerhall. Is that Septon Barth's notes? No, no, Septon Barth was Aries. Hi everybody. The video's over. We're just speculating now.
Yes.
Um, Tragedy of Summerhall. Yes, yes, yes. 259. Yep, yep, yep. Summerhall's Maester Corso sent a letter before his death describing the tragedy, but a mishap led to ink blotting out much of the information. Uh, the lines we get are quote, "The blood of the dragon gathered in one dot 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 7 eggs to honor the 7 gods, though the king's own septon had warned dot 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 pyromancers dot 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 wildfire dot 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 flames grew out of control dot 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 towering dot 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 burned so hot that dot 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 died but for the valor of the Lord command dot dot dot." Fascinating. Fascinating. Truly spectacular, actually. I bet the Tower of Joy has a view of the ruins of Summerhall. I bet, holy shit, dude. I bet that Bloodraven was fucking watching from that window.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
Holy shit. Yeah, I bet. Oh my god. Wait, okay, now I'm just spinning off in new directions. Oh my god. I bet that that is exactly what happened. I bet that Rhaella Targaryen was spirited away from Summerhall the night before or the morning of the tragedy, and she just wasn't fully missed until it was too late. Dunk
And like
returned to the post.
this is a big enough disaster that you will be finding people like days afterwards that have been fine, but they just got so far away from danger that like you couldn't tell it at the time. This is a common thing in like 9/11 stories, right? Where people didn't know you were safe until like way later. Turns
Yeah,
out you like, didn't go to work that day, or you got out just in time, but like you went literally anywhere but the place where the disaster was happening.
yeah. Like
Uh
you didn't have a phone, you didn't think to call, you just ran as far away as fast as you could.
and you were fine, but you couldn't communicate it. Yeah.
Yeah, or like the people who got like amphibious rescued from Manhattan. Like I'm sure that they didn't like get contact out for days.
Yeah. Yes.
And people find Rayella at Summerhall with, I don't know, one or two other people. Uh, Rail is at Summerhall. She has a new baby. What the heck? What is any at the Tower of Joy rather? She got a new baby. What the hell is anybody gonna say? Oh, you. Oh my God! Did you walk here? Jesus Christ! And that's gonna be the end of it. They're gonna be like, oh, I look at the new baby. I'm sorry about your whole family. Shit, dude. I like this theory. This is a good theory. Cool. All right. Yeah. Zaga, I think that's the video.
I,
Oh,
I agree. That's the video.
yeah.
I like it a lot.
That's pretty good, dude. Cool. All right. Man, the one that you came up with is way better than the one I came up with.
I wouldn't have got there without that one. So it was necessary. It was a stepping stone.
Cool. Um, if you want to hear the Halo 3 outtake, you can check our Patreon. If you want to get us over 2,000 subscribers, you can hit that subscribe button because we are almost there. Oh, I should have said that at the beginning of the video. Oh well. Thank you all for watching. Zach, say goodbye.
Goodbye.